Hello, my name is Mandy. I am with Scott Leroy Marketing. Today's class is going to be command automation and lead conversion. So, if you're here with me live and you have any questions at all, any comments, definitely drop those in the chat, just like we just talked about. I'll be happy to try to get them answered for you in real time, and I'll be staying a couple of minutes after class to help get any of them answered that I happen to miss while I was teaching. If you're watching this back on recording and you have any questions or need any help at all with your KW platforms, you can always email us. And that email address is support@scottleroymarketing.com. We'll be happy to help. Welcome, everybody. Still got a couple coming in. This is excellent. So, what is command automation and what's lead conversion, right? So, command automation, I want to go through the first part of the class here today to show you some things that are in command that you can go ahead and set up, do your prep work ahead of time, and it will actually automate some things for you that will actually reach out and talk to your leads for you. Reach out and make that connection to your lead for you. There's also an automation that will help as far as keeping you on task with your business and following up leads as well. So I'm going to touch on several different parts of command today at the beginning, showing you different pieces that can be set up. And once they're set up, they'll just start moving and automating for you so that you can leverage this and save yourself some time and steps. How this plays into lead conversion is obviously, usually the first person to make full contact with that lead has the best chance of converting them to a client. So, being able to set up automation within your command helps you have a better chance of converting that lead into business, right? Into a relationship, into a current client, future client, or even future referral partner. So, when I'm going through the automation in your command today, I will be referencing pretty constantly about how this impacts your lead, how it would help you get to them even faster. After I touch on the different places in command that you can set up different pieces of automation, I will actually walk through a little plan with you in class for lead conversion. I will show you how to set up a couple of these items, what order to do them in. And when I'm done, you should have a great plan to move forward that you can do today. It's super easy, super quick, and it would basically create a system within your command so that any lead that comes in to your command, whether they've entered their information on your website or it's a paid ad you're running, things like that, as soon as that lead information is captured, your command will go ahead and automate actions towards that lead, whether it's sending an introduction email to tell them, hey, watch your phone. I'll be calling you in a couple of minutes. But until then, here's some free resources. Here's my app link. Go ahead and start shopping. Whatever it is that you would like to do, but I'll show you how your command system can go ahead and make that first connection for you with that lead, even if you can't immediately call them. Maybe you're in a showing. Maybe it's in the middle of the night and they just happen to be surfing and looking for a realtor. Whatever it is, I'll show you by the end of this class how you can get your command to make that first connection with them automatically, helping you convert that lead. Okay. All right. So let's jump on in. If you are familiar with command at all, you'll probably already know there's multiple ways to do the same thing. So some of these pieces of automation that I'm fixing to show you that are in command, some of them overlap a little bit, and I'll explain that as I go. But the first one that I do want to show you is lead routing rules. They live back here in your command settings. If you'll go to your name at the top right of your command and come down to settings, then on the left-hand side, we'll go to command settings, contacts, and lead management. So what is this? This is a way for your system to automatically tag new leads and contacts that come into your command database, and it will also start them automatically on smart plans. I'm going to pause here for a second just to refresh. If you're not familiar with smart plans yet, we will be doing a little bit of a deep dive into them a little bit later in class. but it lives over here, fourth icon down in your command. There's a whole class on a smart plan overview that's on our YouTube. Check it out if you're not familiar. But it's essentially a way that command will automatically create tasks for you as a realtor. Will automatically, I shouldn't say realtor, agent. There we go. And so automatically create tasks for you to help you keep up with everything. Speaking of lead conversion, that's one of the ways I'll show you later how that it will create tasks for you so that you don't miss following up with someone. It will also automatically send out emails, send out text messages if you have a Twilio account, set up call reminders for you. So it will be a big part of this automation class, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But in relation to your lead management rules that are right here in this area, the lead management rules, once you create a rule telling your command what source that lead came from and what action you want it to take, whether you want it to tag it with a specific tag to keep it organized or for it to automatically start on a smart plan, that means that even while you're not at your desk, even while you're not available to keep things organized, as soon as a lead comes into your command, it will automatically be tagged, meaning your database will stay organized, and it can automatically start on a smart plan so that emails can go out, texts can go out, call reminders can be created, task reminders can be created, all while it's being done automatically for you, saving you time. So I'm going to briefly show you real quick how to create a rule in here just so you're super familiar. We do have a tip video that walks you through this as well. But for today, I do want to go ahead and create a rule right here so that you can kind of see what it looks like. If you are on a team, by the way, and your team uses team marketing, meaning you would come here to your team up here at the top and your team markets to your contacts, you all use the team database. If that's the case, you'll want to talk to your rainmaker because they will have access to these lead management rules. Okay. But if you're a solo agent, you can come in here and create these for yourself all day long. Or if you're on a team and you are the rainmaker, you can definitely set these up for your team. It just might look a little different because you'll get to choose which agent gets what leads. Okay. There's different lead dispersion options if you're on a team. So what you'll see on my screen is what it will look like when it's a solo agent. So I'll create a rule and let's just say introduction email. The plan that I'm going to show you at the end of class is how to send that automated email that will reach out to your new lead immediately, even if you can't call them, just to introduce yourself, give them resources, tell them to watch your phone, just so that you're the first one to reach out to them. So right here, I'm just going to go ahead and name my rule the introduction email because no matter where that lead came from or who they are, I want them to absolutely have my introduction email. So I'm going to name my rule that, and you can choose which lead sources is this rule for. Now, lead sources, it's where it came from, right? So if maybe you can see from this drop-down list, there's a gazillion, and you can come in here and decide if you want a rule, a different rule for every different kind of lead source that you have. So that's completely up to you. I'm going to keep it pretty basic for today. You can see that there's some things in here like command website and things like that. Maybe you're running Facebook ads. You can choose that. Um, some of these have been manually created by us as lead sources, and some of them are already system generated. They're in everybody's account. So that's why you may see some that are different on my screen than what you currently have in your system. But you get to choose. You come in here and choose what lead source this rule is for. You do have an option up here to select all. I'm going to go ahead and select all because, again, that means when a new contact is created in my command database, no matter what the source is, no matter where it came from, they entered their information on my KW website or I ran a paid ad, just for two examples. I know that I want this email to go out to everybody then I'm going to go ahead and select all. For auto tags, this is where you get to choose what tag will automatically be applied to that lead as soon as they come in. This could be anything that you prefer. I'm going to go ahead and say I want it to be tagged hot lead. This will help me. Let's say you have time blocked every single day, first thing in the morning, you come and sit down in front of your device and you lead gen or you follow up with leads. So this will indicate to me that's a hot lead, just came in. I need to make contact. I haven't had that real estate conversation with them yet. So this is just an example of a tag that I would use for that. You can add more than one tag, just depends on what you want to do. Next, you can have them assigned to a smart plan. This could be a custom smart plan that you've created, like I'm talking about with an introduction email that I'll show you how to build shortly. Or it could be a pre-existing smart plan. Maybe you went in and grabbed one of the KW authored smart plans and you just want to go ahead and get that lead added immediately to that particular smart plan. It is 100% up to you. You can also just choose for it to be a tag or a smart plan. It doesn't have to be both. Okay. When you're done, you can just go ahead and create rule. This is what it would look like. Shows you your lead source, the tags that will be applied to leads no matter where they came from. And for this time, I'm not going to have it start on a smart plan. I'll circle back to that when we're actually walking through the actual plan to help you get this set up within your account. Right now, I'm just showing you, you have some automation back here in your command that you can come back in here and create your own rules with. If you ever need to come edit them, you can come click the pencil to edit that rule, or you can click the trash can and actually delete. Okay? It's up to you. So that's one piece of automation that is available within your command. I'm going to move on to the next item. We will revisit this when we're walking through a lead conversion plan a little later in class. The next is in paid ad campaigns. Your campaigns live right over here in command, little megaphone or bullhorn. There are paid ads that you can run. You go to your paid ads tab and click quick start. We do have a whole class that shows you how to get these set up, guys. There is some prep work to getting paid ads to be able to run through your command. So definitely check out the paid ads class if you're looking to do this. If you haven't jumped in yet, my goal right now is just to show you the piece that has automation in it so that you can see where it lives and what options you have. Okay. So in paid ad command and campaigns, these are all the paid ads. I'm just literally going to click into one to show you where the automation lives. Now, when it's a paid ad, already the piece of automation that is kind of, or the piece that's automated already is if you use a paid ad that includes a Facebook lead form, that means Facebook captures that lead information for you and automatically puts them in your command database. You'll get a notification of that. That's great. That part's done. But once you click in to the campaign and you're building it, there's an option down here for lead settings in a paid ad campaign. Notice these are the same automations that your lead management rules can do for you. So it will auto tag a lead for you if you choose a particular tag, and you can have it automatically start on a smart plan. Remember, I'm showing you the different pieces of automation, and I mentioned there's multiple ways to get the same thing done in command. The difference between the two items that I just showed you is with lead management rules, you decide what action is taken based on the lead source. So if you want something different to happen for your leads that came from your website than if they came from a Zillow sync you have set up, you decide that. You set up a different rule for it. It'll have a different tag. It'll go to a different smart plan. Right here in paid ads, it's just dealing with those leads coming in from those paid ads. You decide what you want to happen to them. Okay. So this is where you can make sure they have a specific tag already added to them, and you can go ahead and get them started on a smart plan if you would like. Okay. I'm going to back out of paid ads, and I'm going to show you another piece of automation in your command before we start walking through piecing it together and actually making it work as a system together. Okay. Remember, I'm just showing you all the puzzle pieces, and then I'll show you how to get it automated and set up within your account. I'm going to click the KW at the top left to get back into command. And from here, I'm going to mention opportunity task templates. This is not so much for new leads, but I feel like I would be leaving a piece out when I'm talking about automations within your command because it can be huge leverage for you as an agent to help follow up not only with your current clients, but also after closing or after a deal falls through or whatever, it will help you with following up with your business to make sure that you're still keeping those relationships going with your database to help build referrals, right? And help build the database of returning clients for yourself. So I'm going to touch on this briefly, but again, this is less about new leads and more about making sure you're nurturing your current database to get as much, not that's going to sound bad, get as much business out of it as you can, but we're going to make sure we're optimizing our relationships with our database, okay? So that they know that you are their greatest asset in real estate. So let's go ahead over here to opportunities on the left. If you're not familiar with opportunities, check out the class called Opportunities and Sales Pipeline. That's our overview for opportunities. Again, I'm just jumping in this really super quick just to show you the piece that can be automated. Okay. So with your opportunities, I'm going to click into one of our sales pipelines here. We'll just choose listings for today. And I can click into any of the phases to actually be in that sales pipeline. So I'm just going to click on cultivate. Sergio, I see that. Give me 2 seconds and I'll read that question. So right here in the sales pipeline, now that I'm back here, there are checklists that you can build. It's a little checklist template that you can build for your opportunities that every opportunity moving forward that you create will automatically have a certain set of tasks created for each one of those opportunities so that you're not constantly having to recreate the wheel every single time you have a piece of business. What I mean is, if you always want to make sure that you have a follow-up phone call 2 weeks after closing for every single deal, maybe you want even more than that. Maybe you want to make sure that you have them put on a 90-day call list so you're still calling them once every quarter to check in and keep that relationship warm. Whatever it is, think about how you're going to nurture your current clients currently and after closing. Well, you can create a checklist that will apply to all of your opportunities, and it will create tasks for you automatically within command so that in 2 months, when you don't really remember the closing and you're still working on your current business, you will at least have a task pop up that says, hey, go back and check on so and so. They already had their closing, or by now they should be XYZ. Okay. This up here in the top right is where you get in here to actually create those checklists. And I'm fixing to give you a resource for this too, so that you don't have to create these from scratch. I'll give you some suggestions to start with. But right here, when you go to stages and checklists, oh, checklists are not going to open. Give me 2 seconds, guys, and I am going to get it open for you. Just a second. Um, I'll get you an account open that I can show you the checklist really quick because it's obviously checked out early on a Friday in this account. Give me 2 seconds here and I'll pull it over on the screen for you. Bless it. Let's try again. While command is getting its life together. Oh, there we go. Okay, great. So, still in a command, okay, guys? We're going to go over to opportunities. You just click into the sales pipeline. Notice we're on cultivate phase. When I click on stages and checklists, it has to do with the checklists and stages for this particular phase. So to get these tasks lists or checklists created, I'd click on stages and checklists. It works in this one. Okay, great. These are the little tasks for each stage. You can have task items set up already, pre-set up for every single stage, for every single phase of your sales pipelines, for listings, for buyers, for leases, for tenants. I'm going to click on this checklist right here just so you can see what a sample would look like. Okay. And so these are different tasks. And I'm also going to get you the resource so that you can create your own. This is from KW themselves. I'm going to drop the link in the chat now. Let me put a title on it just so you guys know what this is. Checklist template. There you go. Go ahead and click on that link that I just dropped in the chat. It'll ask you to make a copy of the Google Doc. I'm going to put it up on my screen here so that you can see what it is. Give me 2 seconds. This is a sample of different tasks that you can build in the templates. So for the cultivate phase, watch, stage, here's different tasks that you can go ahead, create the template from here in your opportunities, and then every opportunity you create moving forward, these tasks will automatically be generated for you. So not only does it help you while you're going through the sales process, right? The sales pipeline, but it's also helping you keep in touch and be your best self and bring your service and your quality and your value consistently to that client during the sales process and also after closing. So by creating these tasks automatically for you in command, it's one less thing you have to worry about, and it will help you stay consistent with your value. Okay. So you literally can just copy the different tasks off this list, come back to your command, add task, paste. You can set up the other items in the task if you want. If you want to make sure the priority is high or set it for a specific due date. Let's actually do follow-up call. And we could say call task, high priority before or after a specific due date. And we'll just say this is our 2 weeks after closing. See that? Before or after a smart due date, we'll have this task be created 2 weeks after the closing date and create. We can add that into our checklist template. This necessarily would not need to be in the cultivate phase. This would be in your closed phase, but you get the idea. All opportunities you have after this, once a closing date has been added to that opportunity, 2 weeks after that closing date happens, you'll get this task created within your command and you'll know to give them a call. Okay. Let me know if you got any questions. The opportunity checklist can be a little convoluted at first. It's a little bit to take on and actually get set up. But once you do, this is big leverage for your current clients and for keeping that relationship warm after closing so that they still will use you as a resource and they will still bring you referrals and you will still be able to grow your business organically word of mouth. Okay. So just wanted to show you that one piece of automation that is there. We do have tip videos on this. Make sure you make your own copy of that link I just shared in the chat as well so that you have a starting place. But those opportunity checklists will definitely help you keep your database warm. So next thing for automation, smart plan triggers. So let's go visit our smart plans over here. And welcome, guys, the ones that are just jumping in. What we're going through are the different pieces and puzzle pieces in Command that can be automated. And then I'm fixing to walk through a lead conversion plan for you so that you will actually have some basic steps that you can take right now to make your Command start reaching out to leads as soon as they're put into your Command database. Okay. Excuse me. So we'll just work out of this Command account. There we go. This is Smart Plans. I'm actually going to jump back, guys. Let me jump back over here to this other one because we have our sample Smart Plans in here. Sorry for having to work out of two commands on the screen for you today, but since we had that tech issue with the checklist, we're in two. So this is Smart Plans. In your command, there is an automation with Smart Plans. With a Smart Plan, you can add something called a trigger tag. I'm going to open up a Smart Plan just to show you where you add this and to further explain what it does. So we'll just jump in here. Let me grab one of my KW authored Smart Plans. If you haven't checked those out, there's 10 of them. They're tried and true, great reviews, tons of downloads, and they do help you generate a good amount of business and stay in touch with your database. They can be found in the library. We can help set those up for you if you want to reach out to us. But right here, my monthly neighborhood nurture Smart Plan. So anytime you want to add a trigger tag to a Smart Plan, click the pencil. And right over here on the right-hand side in the bottom right-hand corner, you will see something called Add Trigger Tags. When I add a trigger tag, this tag is the same thing as your contact tags. Okay, so in your command contacts, you have tags that help you label and organize your database. Well, remember that hot lead tag we made earlier? Let's say that on this particular smart plan, I want any contact that ever has that lead added to it, I want them to automatically start on this smart plan. Then we would need to add it as a trigger on this smart plan so that moving forward, any contact in my command database that has the tag hot lead added to it, they would also immediately get added to this smart plan. So I'm going to click add trigger tag. You can add up to 10 tags, 10 triggers to a smart plan. Okay. Now this trigger is on this smart plan, and that means it's an auto add rule. So this trigger tag, again, once a contact has that tag added to it, it will immediately start on this smart plan. Remember the puzzle pieces that I've shown you? They do overlap in function, right? We've looked at a lead management rule that will automatically tag a contact for you and automatically start it on a smart plan. We've looked at paid ad campaigns that will also auto tag leads for you and auto start them on a smart plan. Now we're looking in smart plans themselves, and they have trigger tags. So you can use one or all. Probably not great to double up on them. You'll find what you prefer to use. I actually leverage lead management rules with smart plans. And so I'll show you how to do that when we walk through our lead conversion plan. But I just want to show you that you have some automation here that you can come in and add them to. This is a great way, like if you know you work on your database and you're in your command contacts tab and you're following up with leads or following up with past clients, whatever it is you're doing, and something comes up in conversation and they're like, hey, I know we closed on a house with you last year, but we're actually looking at buying an investment property in this other neighborhood. We'd love some stats on that neighborhood if you could send those over. Um, sure, absolutely. I can actually keep you on a monthly email, the monthly neighborhood nurture, that will constantly send or will once a month send you those neighborhood stats and any current listings in that neighborhood. I'll go ahead and get you started on that. Well, when you in that conversation, you're still in your command contacts. All you got to do now is just add that tag add one of your trigger tags to that contact, and they will automatically get started on that smart plan. Easy peasy. You don't have to come manually do it. Okay. Just for an example. Okay. Um, that is smart plan triggers. You do have some auto remove rules when it comes to smart plans, but this is less about the automation in terms of being able to convert a lead to a client or get return business out of a current client. So I'm not going to touch on that too much, but you do have some auto remove that technically could be considered automation, and you can check those out in our tip videos. I'm going to go ahead and close our smart plan really quick. Let me get to this question in the chat, and then we'll get started on the lead conversion plan so that I can walk you step by step and kind of put some of these pieces in order for you so that you can see. And once I'm done showing you how to get that set up, I'll actually enter a lead into the website and let you see it work. Okay. So, Sergio, your question, if I already paid for a Facebook ad for my post, it has a form to receive information about my leads. Can I connect that form to Command so I can get the leads in Command? Sergio, did you place that ad directly through Facebook or did you go through Command? That's my question. Okay. So in that case, when the ads are not placed directly through Command, that means your leads are in Facebook. The only way I know, I know it. Please always run them through Command. It'll give you some better metrics and also automation. It'll get that lead directly into your Command database. And get you started on some of the things we've covered today without you having to do it. Unfortunately, if you ran your paid ad directly through Facebook, your leads are now in Facebook. You would either need to manually export those and then import them into Command, which is free. That's your elbow grease, right? If you'll do the work, that's a free thing you can do. If you're looking for a paid option, there are third parties that will help you sync leads from other platforms like that and sync them directly into your Command database. An example of this is API Nation. Another example is Zapier.com. So those two are compatible with Command, and they will help get leads from other sources and put them in your Command automatically, but there is a monthly fee. You're welcome. Absolutely. All right. Please remember, keep dropping those questions in the chat. I'll be happy to get them answered for you. Let's go ahead and start walking through a lead conversion plan so that this probably will make a little more sense. Okay. I know this is a lot and it seems like things overlap, but you can get this and it'll be super easy. And once it's set up, you'll be very thankful for it. I'm going to stick with the same example of if a lead comes into your Command, how to get that automated introduction email out to them. And the reason I chose email is because an email can go out anytime from your Command system. Whereas text messages, if you want it to be an automated text to Command, the texts have to abide by the TCPA, and that is the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, which will actually protect consumers from like unwanted or automated dialing systems and text messages during certain time periods. That would normally be within your own time zone, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The text has to be within that time frame. So let's say the lead comes and enters their information in your website and it just happens to be 9 p.m. or 7 a.m. Well, they're not going to hear from you immediately if it's a text because the Command system will wait until that 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. time frame to reach out to them. Okay. So the example I'm going to share with you is an email, and that's why I chose it that way, is because it will go out immediately. Just like we were talking about, the chances of you converting a lead are greater whoever makes contact with them first, right? So the goal is, what can you get to this lead? How can you make a connection with them or at least reach out to them if you can't immediately pick up the phone and call them because you're in an appointment or whatever else, or it is in the middle of the night? Okay. So what I'm fixing to walk you through will set up your Command so that no matter where the lead came from, as soon as that lead has entered their information into a lead capture form and they have now populated in your Command database, within just a few moments, your system will send out an automated email introducing you, setting expectations for them that you will be reaching out to them immediately, and also put free resources in your hand so that you can come from contribution and make sure that they see you immediately as that resource. Okay. So the first thing to this is let's actually create that smart plan that has the email in it. Okay. So our first building block, let's make a custom smart plan. This literally does not have to take terribly long. Where I'm going to go ahead and just click create right here on the smart plans tab. We'll name it introduction email. I really can spell, guys. Just can't type, spell, and speak at the same time. All right. So right here in our introduction email, see how it says day one, which means it will occur immediately after the contact is added to the smart plan. We'll worry about getting that lead on this smart plan shortly in another one of our steps. But first, let's build our introduction email. We'll go ahead and add an email step to our smart plan. If you're not familiar with building smart plans or I'm moving too fast, no worries. We have those class archives on our YouTube, okay? It shows you exactly how to set up a custom smart plan, okay? But with your email step, you have two options. I'm going to leave this to your discretion. I know people feel differently about different types of emails, but I'm going to describe them for you briefly so you'll know your options. The simple email right here, this is literally just text written out. Okay, so this would not include a photo. This would not include your email signature. None of that. It literally looks like a personal handwritten email. Some people find that that is way more beneficial and personal and more likely to be read. The downside, some people feel like it looks like a spam because a lot of spam emails look like they're handwritten as well, right? Without images, it looks like a personal email drafted to you. It's up to you what you want to do. With this simple email, you can add your subject. Um, think of a catchy subject line, not what I'm fixing to use. So, um, okay, so use a subject line. Think of something super witty, unlike myself, because we're on the fly here. But for the text of the email, make sure that you can actually customize this. So you can say, "Hi," add your merge tag, and it will include their first name. So it'll make it personal. Include the body of your email that you want to introduce yourself. Make sure you know I Okay. So just a quick blurb, something to introduce yourself. Y'all can get way more creative in this, guys. Think about doing like a 60-minute bomb bomb video or 60-second video like on Bomb Bomb or something like that, or YouTube, whatever, that is just an introduction of yourself so they can see your face, hear your voice, have that personal connection. It wouldn't be super hard just to film that really quick, and it doesn't even have to be a full 60 seconds. But you can do that. A lot of realtors will jump on like Facebook Messenger and video themselves in their car wherever they are, and they're like, hey, just got your information, call the person by name and be like, I'm going to be calling you in just a second, whatever. So there's different ways to do this, but you can create a generic little video if you want, and you can include a hyperlink right here of that video. You can also include more merge tags if you want, like to include your first name and last name. Highly recommend also when we're talking about having a resource or something you can come from contribution, grab your KW app link. There's the merge tag right there. That way they can immediately get your app, create their account, and every single listing that they look at, guys, you have a history of it in their timeline within their contact in Command. You literally get to see every single listing they view. Then they can also request showings through the app. They can favorite properties in the app. You can recommend properties through the app to them. It's a really great tool. Also have another class called Consumer Mobile App, so you can check that out. But that is definitely a great tool that you can put in their hands immediately that can go ahead and start serving them without you having to talk to them or text. Okay. So go ahead and build this email out. It's just a rough idea for you guys. But once you're done, and by the way, you have some customization up here, like bold and italics, things like that. But you choose when it goes out. It's our first step. I want this to go out immediately. As soon as that lead hits our command database, I want this email to go out. So that's why I have it on day one, very first thing, and we'll choose add step. That's the simple email. You do have an option to do a design email. I'm just going to show that to you briefly. We'll choose an email step. And if we had chosen designs, this will use a design from your command designs in command. Okay, so it's more graphic. It has the images. I'm just literally going to click on this so you guys can see an example. So all I did was click on designs and it brought us to our email design template library, ones that you've already come in and edited. I'm going to click on this just to show you an example of what it would look like. I'm going to do preview. But it would look like this. You would have images, text. It's not letting me scroll. Bless it. There we go. I'll just scroll this way. Text, more images. You can add in videos. You can add in listings. You can also add in your header and your footer. Let me see if it'll let me scroll one more time just to see. There, now it's working. I'm going to scroll all the way down to the footer so that you can see that you can have some of your branding on this with your headshot, things like that. Um, that way, it can be a very graphic email. That's what it is when it's a design email. So we'll just choose this one, save and close, X. It's added it to our email here in the smart plan. It's up to you. Remember, I said it's everybody's opinion. Some like the simple email, feel like it's personal. Some people feel like it looks like spam immediately. Um, but then you also have a designs option for your email that is very graphic. You can put a video, but not only just have the video link, but you can have an image on top of the video. You can have listings. You can have all kinds of things when you do a design email. So it really is whatever you choose. And what's your style, right? What do you like? What's the look of your brand? You are your brand. So choose whichever is best for you when setting this up. Okay. We're going to move on from this, but I did want to let you know that you had some options with that email. Something else you can do in this introduction email. Maybe you want to go ahead and create a task for yourself to call this person so that you 100% know the next morning you don't forget to follow up with that lead that came in the middle of the night. So you can put right here, make a call. It will also trigger it on the same day immediately. And you can say, call hot lead, and you can add contact first name, contact last name in the description, grab their phone. This will grab the information that came into your command. It will pull it directly from that contact for you, populate it in the task. So all you got to do is get up in the morning, get in front of your tasks, either in Command Mobile or on your Command Desktop, and just start going. And that way, you've reassured yourself you're not dropping the ball on any of the leads that may have come in overnight, right? Or while you're in other appointments. So adding this call task also helps you make sure that you're following up immediately. We'll go ahead and put that as high priority, do the same day, and we'll go ahead and add step. Okay. And there you have it. It's up to you how big and robust you want this introduction email to be. I'm going to keep it super simple for today. This is just that first touch that as soon as that lead comes in, you've got something going out of your command immediately to make that contact. Barbara, do you have to add header and footer each time, or once you set it up to it's auto added? If you're creating the email designs, Barbara, as soon as you create that particular design with the header and the footer on it, it will be on that particular design. And then you can add it to a smart plan. I hope that answers that. Okay. All right. So we have our little guy, right? We've got our smart plan ready to go. I'm going to save plan. Just kidding. Hold on. I left day two here. I just need to delete day two. We're not going to have anything on day two. Save. Abracadabra. There we go. And X. Okay, so we have our little guy here, our introduction email. So we've set up that custom smart plan. He's ready to go. Remember, if you have a Twilio account linked to your command, you can absolutely set this up to send automated text messages as well if you would like. Just remember, they're not going to go out in like in the middle of the night if the lead comes in. It will only go out 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And now there's a new restriction in certain states that you can find out more about in your command. If you come up here to your name and go to settings, command settings, smart plans, and you look at this time and date right here, there are new text date restrictions in different states that will actually keep your text from going out on Sundays and federal holidays in certain areas. Okay. So again, all day long, you can add some text and get your smart plans to automate text for you, but you're not guaranteed for it to go out exactly when that lead reaches out to you. And the whole point of this is lead conversion. You want to make that initial connection with that lead to get them converted to your client. So now that we've got that smart plan already ready to go, okay, now let's go over here. We're already back in our command settings. Let's set up that lead routing rule. So I'm going to show you again, name at the top, settings. Here we are. Command settings on the left, contacts, lead management. This is where we were at the top of class. We already created this rule. I'm going to delete it and show it to you again because I want to make sure that we're all on the same pace. We're setting up this plan, right? Number one, make your introduction email in a smart plan. Number two, come in here, create a rule. We'll enter that rule. I'm going to say introduction email. That's what we're going to name it. I actually want it to be for all lead sources. I don't care where the lead comes from. If they're in my command database, I want them to get this email. So we're going to toggle that on for all lead sources. Otherwise, you would want to pick out a lead source from the dropdown. We can go ahead and have it auto tag if you would like, so that I know that that lead is also also tagged with hot lead. So I've got my database organized. And I can go ahead and have them start on the smart plan. Introduction email right here and create rule. Now my lead management rule is in place. My smart plan has already been built. Any lead coming in right now into my command will automatically get my introduction. Guys, it's that easy. And we added that task as well to our smart plan. So it will immediately create that task for me as well to make sure I am calling them ASAP. I'm going to go ahead and go to our website and enter a sample lead so that you can see how this will work. Um, Give me just 2 seconds. Actually, our contact form should be right here, just like it is on your websites. So give me 2 seconds. We're going to pivot quickly. This is the joy of tech. It's there 1 minute, sometimes not the next. So let me just toggle over to this other site with a contact form. I'll show you what it would look like. This is a contact form on your website, so a lead can come and enter their information here. and it will populate into command, or like your paid ads, or any syncs, like we were talking about Zapier and API Nation earlier, any lead that comes into command. Since I can't get it into our Scott Leroy marketing website right now, to get that lead into our command here, to get this to trigger for our lead management, I'm going to just verbally walk you through what would happen. The contact would come to our scottleroymarketing.com .kw.com website, just like it would for you on your KW agent site. They enter their information into that lead capture form on your website. You can also have a contact me form on your website. If you need help creating that, we can make that for you guys. And it is just that lead capture form on a contact me page on your site. Let's get a little more creative. Let's talk about maybe you have an open house and you're using the open house sign-in sheet that can be created with your website. Maybe you have a brand new listing and you've created a property landing page. Maybe you have an event that you're doing and you want a sign-in sheet for that event. You can create a landing page or a custom page on your KW site for any of those things. Any of those things will help capture leads. So we'll say the lead has entered their information into that lead capture form. You'll get a notification bell in your email or in your command as well as an email. And once that lead has come over here to your command contacts and populated here, it would immediately have the tag hot lead added to it, and it would automatically begin on that smart plan. Okay. That email would go out, the task would be created, and that way you've been able to make contact with that lead in a form, in an email of an introduction until you're able to call them directly or text them. So that should help with getting your leads converted, or at least help capture them before anyone else. Because, I mean, being a former realtor myself, and I am sure that you all know this, everybody thinks there's so many realtors out there, there'll never be enough business for me. But we all know realtors, they're kind of known for not answering their phone, for letting it either go to voicemail or having to have your call returned because they're either always so busy or, to be honest, maybe a little timid to answer the phone and talk to a lead right off the bat, right? They want to hear the message so they're prepared before they speak to them. Not everybody's comfortable with sales, even if they are in real estate. So, that in mind, having you get this email out to those leads will help convert them, help you make that first piece of contact with them so that maybe by the time you're able to call and speak to them, have a better chance of capturing them as your own personal client. So we're going to stop the class right there, guys. If you have any questions at all, please stay here with me. Drop those in the chat. I'll be happy to get those answered for you. And if you're watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us via email. That's support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to help. Thank you, guys.